All right, jumping into our tutorial, here's some of our supplies. We will use markers, a styrofoam plate for printing on, piece of paper, spray bottle, and a paper towel. We are going to be using a dull writing utensil, so we're not poking holes into our printing plate, which is pretty easy to do. So I have my reference sketch there, and I'm just going to start carving into the plate using a dragging motion. So we're not going to be really puncturing at all. We just really want to lightly drag our dull writing utensil over the printing plate. Really small puncture holes aren't going to make a huge difference, but if you have a big open rip in your printing block, that is going to show up as just all negative space, and we definitely don't want that. So just be really careful and gentle when you are pressing down, and you're going to be dragging, not pressing or puncturing. So you can see here I'm adding some extra little details. Those will really show up nicely. And getting my stem in here as well. You can use a little bit of a sharper object if you want really fine details, but you're just gonna have to be even more careful if you're dragging the really sharp object over this printing plate. Super easy to poke holes in. So we're jumping into color now, and you guys are gonna have to be really mindful again of what colors you are mixing or placing next to each other if you are doing multiple colors. So we're gonna think back to our color unit as well. We're gonna be choosing like more analogous colors that are closer to each other on the color wheel. So as you can see, I did choose a nice violet or pinkish color and a blue color as well. I chose those because when mixed together, they're gonna make this nice, really purpley violet color. So definitely avoid colors like complementaries that are complete opposites, because when you're mixing those together, you are gonna get not a very desirable color at the end. So here you can see I'm taking that darker blue color and creating a nice bold outline as well. Just really getting in those textures and details. And for my stem here, I did not have a very dark green, so I decided to mix my very light lime green with a lighter blue color. Didn't quite get as dark as I wanted to, but then I decided to go in with a darker outline again. You'll see that here in a moment. All right, really adding in that like dark line to help really bring out the details here. Right, and that is the coloring portion. So we are gonna jump into spraying our piece of paper. I do have a little smudge on my piece of paper because I had marker hands, so just be really careful when you are touching your final piece of paper that you'll have your print on, so you're not getting any unwanted marks on there. So I sprayed the piece of paper there, and I'm just gonna wipe it off a little bit with a paper towel because we want it to be pretty damp and the water to be soaked in, but we don't want like droplets of water. So I pressed my print into that damp piece of paper, and I'm just rubbing the image into the piece of paper. And then we will lift it up, revealing our final print. There we are. That is our relief printing demo. Thank you.